Hello everyone and welcome back to Every English Academy, where we make English simple and enjoyable. I'm Sarah and I'm Mike. Hello to our wonderful listeners wherever you are right now. Mike, I heard you took a day off last Friday. Good for you. Yes, I finally did a full day off just for me. That's amazing. So what did you do? Did you relax? Go somewhere nice? Well, I cleaned my entire apartment. Okay. Then I did three lots of laundry. Then I went to the bank, to the supermarket, and post office. Mike. Then I answered a few words emails, just a few. Mike, that is not a day off. That is second job. What? I was very productive. That's the problem. A day off means you rest. You did more than you die off. You most people do at work. Okay, maybe I have a small problem. A small problem? You don't know how to stop. And honestly, I think a lot of people listening right now have the same problem. You might be right. I feel stressed when do nothing, when wasting time. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Work and life balance in English. Yes, how to talk about the tricky balance between working hard and actually living your life. And this is the such useful topic because everyone deals with this. Students, workers, parents, everyone. True. And today we'll learn how to talk about in natural everyday English. So stay with us. And if you enjoy learning with us, please subscribe to Everyday English Academy. Yes, click that subscribe button and give it a like. It really helps reach more learners like you. Alright, Mike, let's start with something simple. What does work, balance, even mean? Good questions. I think a lot of people hear balance and they think it means exactly 50-50. Half work, half fun. Right, like a perfect scale. But that's not really how it works, is it? No. Some weeks you work more, some weeks you relax more. Balance doesn't mean equal, it means you feel like you have some control. Yes, it means work is not eating your whole life. You still have time for friends, hobbies, rest, and for cooking pasta without burning it. Hey, that's what one times. But yes, balance means your life doesn't feel like it's only about work. And here's the useful words for this juggle. When you juggle, you try to manage many things at the same time. Like in the circus, someone throwing balls in the air and trying to catch them all. Exactly, I'm juggling work, family, and my English studies. It means you're trying to do everything at once. And honestly, most others are juggling something. That's just normal life. But the problem is when you're juggling too many things and you start dropping everything. Yes, when every ball falls on the floor, that's when you know something is wrong. Okay, so let's be honest. What are the signs your balance is bad? Because I think a lot of people don't realize they have a problem. Oh, I have a good one. Do you check work emails before you get out the bed? Prefer not to answer that question. That's a yes. And listeners, do you do this? Be honest. Tell us in the comments. We want to know. Okay, fine. Yes, sometimes I check emails in bed, but only because I want to know if something urgent happened. Nothing urgent happened at 6 a.m. Mike. You don't know what? What if my boss sends something important, like waiting until the brush your teeth? Fair point. But here's the other side. Have you ever been at dinner with friends and you think about work? Oh, yes. Your body is the restaurant, but your brain is still at the office. Exactly. Your friend is telling a story and you're not, but inside you're thinking, did I send that email? That is so common, and it means you can't disconnect. To disconnect it means to mentally stop thinking about work. Yes, like turning off a computer in your head. I need to disconnect it from work when I get home. But it's hard because the phones are always there and work follows us everywhere. That's true. And I think that is why it's so difficult for people. 20 years ago, you left the office and work was just done. Now your office is in your pocket. Your boss can message you at 10 p.m. on Tuesday, and you feel like you have to answer. Do you though? Well, no, but it feels that way. And that is where boundaries become important. Boundaries are limits you set to protect your time and your energy. Like saying after 7 p.m. I don't check work messages. That is a boundary. Exactly. She set clear boundaries with her boss or working on weekends. Boundaries sounds easy, but actually really hard to keep. They are because there's always that little voice saying, just text one email, just one. And one email becomes five, and five becomes, well, I must as finish report. And suddenly, this 11 p.m. Working again. I feel personally attacked right now. Good. But seriously, when we don't have boundaries, everything starts to feel overloaded. Overloaded means you have more work responsibility than you can imagine. Like your brain is a backpack and someone keeps putting more and more things inside. Yes, until the backpack breaks. I felt so overloaded last month that I couldn't even enjoy my weekends. And when you overload it, you also feel worn out. Worn out means extremely tired. Not just I'm a bit sleepy, it's deep tiredness. Like your batteries are completely empty. After 6 days in rows, I was totally worn out. Yes, and when you worn out, everything feels harder. Cooking feels harder. Talking to friends feels hard. Even watching TV feels hard because your brain is just done. Oh, I know that feeling. You sit down to watch something, you can't even choose a show because your brain has no energy left. You just stares at the screen for 20 minutes scrolling through options. So true. Okay, so here's the questions for our listeners. Are you a person who works too much? Or are you actually the opposite, someone who makes me slack off a little? Be honest, tell us in the comments. Oh, slack off. That's a fun one. The slack off means to do less work than you should, to be a bit lazy. Like when you at work, you are watching videos on your phone under the desk. Nothing, I would never do that. Sure, Mike. He always slack off on Friday afternoon. That actually very accurate for a lot of people. Friday afternoon, the brain says we're done. We can move. The world leaves early. But okay, why is it so hard to stop working, even when we know we should rest? I think sometimes people feel guilty, like I'm not working, I'm wasting time. Yes, I definitely feel. I've been sitting on the sofa doing nothing. A voice in my head says to me doing something, but doing nothing is doing something. Rest is not lazy. Resting is important. I know that in theories. In practice, I still reach for my laptop. And that's the trap because when you never rest, you start to feel on edge. On edge means you feel stressed, nervous, or tense, like you could snap at any moment. She's been on edge all week because of big projects at work. Yes, and people who are on edge are not fun to be around. They get annoyed easily, they can't relax, everything bothers them. I was definitely on edge last month. My friends asked me a simple question, I almost got angry for no reason. See, that's your body telling you stop. Take a break. Okay, so let's talk about things that actually help because we don't have to but just complain. True, complaining is fun but not helpful. The first thing that helped me was setting a lot of time. A lot of means to finish work, especially on the computer. And actually closing your laptop and saying, I done for today. Exactly. I log off at 6 p.m. every day, no matter what. I log off at 6, I don't touch work until morning. It doesn't work. Most days, yes. Some days I just a little, but having the time in my head really helps. I think the problem is people keep saying, oh, rest later. I'll take a holiday later. And they postpone is forever. Postpones means to remove with some later time. Yes, I keep postpones my vacation because work is too busy and the laters never comes. There's always more work. So if you keep postponing rest, you'll be waiting forever. That's very true. Another thing that helps me is taking breath during the day. Taking the breath means to take short break to relax, just a few minutes. I love that. Not a big holiday, just 5 minutes apiece. Exactly. I'm going to take a breath before the next meeting. Just step outside, drink some water, breathe. Even 5 minutes can change your whole afternoon. It really can. And here's something I learned recently. Having a hobby that's worth nothing to do with work is so important. Oh yes, because it gives your brain something different to think about. I started cooking new recipe on weekend. Not fancy, it's creative and fun, and my brain completely forgets about work for an hour. That's perfect. And it doesn't have to be cooking. It can be walking, drawing, playing games, learning guitar, anything that makes you happy. Yes. What do you do to relax afterwards, sir? Honestly, I go for works. Even just 20 minutes around to my neighborhood. Fresh air, some music in my ears, and my brains calm down. Simple but effectively. The best things usually are. And listeners, we want to hear from you. What is one thing you do to relax after work or school? Write in the comments. Even one sentence is great English practice. Alright, Mike, should we do week reviews of the words from today? Let's do it. First, juggle. Managing many things at the same time. I'm juggling 3 projects right now. Boundaries. Limits you set to protect your time and energy. It's important to have boundaries between work and personal life. Worn out, extremely tired from too much work. I'm worn out. I need a long weekend. Overloaded, having more work than you can manage. My schedule is completely overloaded this month. Disconnect to mentally stop thinking about work. I try disconnect from work after dinner. Log off to finish working, especially on the computer. I always log off at the same time every day. Postpone to move something. Don't postpone your rest. You need it now. Take a breath to take a short break. Let me take a breather before continue. On edge, feeling stressed, nervous or tense. He's been on edge because of work and slack off. To do less work than you should. It's okay to let off a little on Fridays. Only a little. So remember everyone, balance is not just about being perfect. It's about giving yourself permission to rest sometimes. Yes, work is important and your life is important too. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Everyday English come and give us a like. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Maybe someone who is a little bit overloaded right now.